Hello, and welcome to G Fun Facts Online. Ever gazed up at the spectacular northern lights? They're breathtaking, right? But did you know the very same solar power that paints those beautiful auroras across our skies also holds the potential to disrupt our modern, tech-reliant lives? Today, we're diving into a fascinating and increasingly relevant topic: Solar Cycle 25 and the geomagnetic storms it's brewing up. We're currently in this cycle, a period of escalating solar activity that's expected to peak soon, bringing with it a higher chance of these powerful storms. So what exactly are these geomagnetic storms? Imagine Earth is wrapped in a protective magnetic bubble called the magnetosphere. The sun constantly sends out a stream of charged particles, known as the solar wind. Sometimes, the sun unleashes massive eruptions. Think colossal bubbles of electrified gas called coronal mass ejections, or CMEs, and intense bursts of energy called solar flares. When these solar blasts hit Earth's magnetic field, especially if the incoming magnetic field is pointing south, it's like opening a floodgate, allowing a huge transfer of energy into our magnetosphere. This interaction generates powerful electrical currents, triggering a geomagnetic storm. These storms can develop fast, with some CMEs reaching us in just 18 hours, and their effects can linger for days. Scientists use a scale, the NOAA-G scale, from G1, minor, to G5, extreme, to measure their intensity. Now, let's talk about Solar Cycle 25. The sun goes through these roughly 11-year cycles of activity. Solar Cycle 25 officially started in December 2019. Initially, predictions suggested it would be a relatively mild one, much like Solar Cycle 24, which was the weakest in a century. But our sun had other plans. Activity in Solar Cycle 25 has been exceeding those early forecasts. In October 2023, NOAA revised its prediction, saying this cycle would ramp up quicker and peak higher, likely sometime between January and October 2024. In fact, as of August 2024, sunspot numbers have been the highest we've seen since 2001. While this means it's stronger than the last cycle, it's still likely to be below the historical average. The peak activity is expected to last about another year before it starts to decline, with Solar Cycle 25 ending around 2030. But here's a crucial point. Even during a generally weaker cycle, or as it's winding down, the sun can still unleash powerful eruptions. The May 2024 solar storms, for instance, were the most potent to affect Earth since 1989, causing widespread auroras and some technological disruptions. So what are these disruptions? Geomagnetic storms can induce powerful electrical currents, called geomagnetically induced currents, or GICs, in long conductors on Earth. Power grids are highly vulnerable. GICs can flow into transmission lines, overload transformers, and potentially cause widespread blackouts. Repairs could take weeks or even months. Satellites are also at high risk. Increased solar activity can cause them to drag. Their electronics can be damaged, and their communications can be disrupted. A storm in 2022 reportedly led to the loss of 40 SpaceX satellites. The May 2024 storms even created 2 new temporary radiation belts that could endanger spacecraft. Communication systems, including high-frequency radio and even submarine cables, can be affected. And your GPS? Geomagnetic storms can disturb the ionosphere, leading to inaccurate positioning. This impacts everything from your phone's map to aviation and precision agriculture. Even pipelines can suffer increased corrosion, and railway signaling systems can malfunction. You might have heard scary headlines about an internet apocalypse. While a complete simultaneous global internet meltdown is unlikely, significant regional disruptions to internet services due to power outages and direct impacts on communication infrastructure are certainly possible during severe storms. So what are we doing about this? Predicting space weather is complex. Agencies like NOAA's Space Weather Prediction Center, along with a fleet of satellites like NASA's Solar Dynamics Observatory, constantly monitor the sun. Scientists use various models, including machine learning, to forecast solar activity. However, predicting the exact timing and impact of a CME is still challenging. To mitigate the risks, we're working on hardening our infrastructure, like installing devices on power grids to block GICs. Operational procedures are being developed for how to act during storms. Continued investment in better forecasting tools is vital. Backup systems, data protection, and raising awareness are all part of the strategy. Solar Cycle 25 is a critical learning period. Its surprisingly robust activity, highlighted by events like the May 2024 storms, serves as a stark reminder of the sun's power and our technological vulnerabilities. As we navigate this solar maximum, ongoing research, improved forecasting, and proactive mitigation are key to safeguarding our connected world. The lessons we learn now will be invaluable for future solar cycles. That's all for today on G Fun Facts Online. Join us next time for more amazing insights. Stay curious.